So here's a question from EF. He's saying that his computer crashed yesterday and Filmora crashed on him. Actually, that has to do with not having enough memory on his computer, and Filmora was executing faster than the computer could keep up with it. But that's another topic. But the thing that he mentions here is he tried to restore his project from a backup file, and when he opened it up, and it looks like, I'm not that familiar with Apple products, but it looks like an Apple version of the PC File Explorer. When he tried to open up the backup file, all he got was these encrypted messages here and couldn't figure it out. So let's show him how to open up a backup file. Okay, the first thing we should cover is the fact that Filmora automatically makes backup files every 5 minutes unless you change the default. And we can check that in Preferences and in Folders. And here we see the backup settings. If it's engaged, then it will be made every 5 minutes. That's the default setting, is 5 minutes. I happen to set mine for 20 minutes. Every 5 minutes that your project is open, a backup file is made. Now, the thing to note here is that backup files aren't technically full backup files. What they are is just a reference to the point at which you were in the project when the backup file was created. So here is a bunch of different apparently backup files. They're in that in the Wondershare Filmora backup folder, unless you change it to some other location. So how do you actually use these? Let's take a look at that. You don't open backup files from your File Explorer, which is what he's showing here. What you do is you go into File, and then you go into Project Backups. That opens up this little folder here, and you'll have a backup from every project that you've had there. And each one of these is a collection of backup reference points. Let's take a look at this one here, and we can see that there are many backup files. So if you wish to use one of these, presumably you would go to the top one and you would click Open. And now, of course, it's asking me to save the project that I'm working on. But basically, and I'm not going to bother opening it up at this point in time. I'm just going to cancel out. This will open up the latest version at the point in which the backup was made. At that point, the next thing you want to do before you do anything else is you want to do a Save As. You want to go into, once you open up your backup file, go in here and do a Save Project As, because it will, if you just do saves on it, it will save it into the backup directory, which is not where you store your regular projects. So make sure you do the Save Project As. Make sure you point to wherever it is that you save your project files. So that's basically how you use backup files.